And hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, pool fans from all around the world. This is the Predator EuroTour KAMUI Slovenian Open, presented by the Therme Olimia in Slovenia. The game is 8-ball, 150 players competing for 50,000 euros and federation points. This is a stage 1 double elimination, race to 8. It is alternate break every 2 games. This is a winner's round match, both contestants winning their first match to get here. And in the commentary booth with me is a man with a passion for pool, the one, the only, Mark White. And this is George Stayacea. We'll bring you a live action. Mark, good morning. Afternoon.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. Of course, it's global, George, and this is the first time we've done one together for a long time. It's good to be back with you, mate.
It's been a while. I think we did one in Austria. But it's good to have you kicking around. Here we go. Tomas wins the lag, so he breaks first. He'll be breaking every 2 games. They're playing 8-ball, WPA rules. Now it's funny, the balls are indented onto the table. There's no rack, but they sit there pretty well. I've watched several breaks, and the balls are breaking very well. The players are usually playing balls to the side pocket and that one that just went in the corner. Tomas is off to a great start here. What a break. You have 2 very well-rounded players in Max Lechner and Tomas Kaplan. Max is an 8-time Austrian champion, and Tomas is a 15-time Polish champion. He's 41 years of age, and Max is 35, so they're both seasoned. And Mark, you know a lot about these guys.
Well, I know that the guy at the table now, Thomas, I know I always get him mixed up with Inna Kaplan's husband, but I'm not going to do that this time. I've learnt my lesson. I got a strict message privately from Austria when Inna was playing, his wife, and yeah, I called her husband Thomas, but it isn't. It's Yawn, of course. I'm sorry about that, and I won't make the same mistake again. I promise.
In fact, I think I was tuned into that match when that happened. It's great to be able to do these matches from all around the world and from all over the place. Fine players. This young man at the table now breaks and runs his very first rack, and you'll see a lot of that in 8-ball, especially the way the balls break. Both players will probably be breaking from close to the center with the cue ball, playing the 2 balls behind the one to the side pockets, and they'll hit with a very solid break. We just watched a world title for 8-ball with the women, and they were using a template rack, and that rack made everything very predictable. Here, not quite so much, but it'll have the same effect, pretty close.
Well, I do love name dropping, George, and I just want to tell you, this afternoon and last night I was out to dinner with Kelly Fisher and Jasmine Ocean, no less, the current reigning world champion, the first ever women's world 8-ball champion. So yeah, she's here in Thailand for a few days before they head off to Indonesia.
Yeah, that's the next Predator event coming right up for you rather soon. Predator is bringing you these free streams and events from all around the world because they are an international event, and they have their goods everywhere. They do a lot for pool, all the way down to the corner. Tomas is looking very solid. He is a Polish champion in 8-ball. I think he has 4, possibly 5 titles in 8-ball. He also has them in 9-ball and 10-ball in straight pool. So he's very familiar with the game. He plays very from what we just saw, great patterns. His cue ball is very simple. Oh, he overran, but he has an insurance ball up on top, the 4-ball to the corner. I believe he was playing the 1-ball next, but since he since he overran it, he's where he's at.
He's going to have to take the 5 here, George, isn't he? 3's a little bit awkward, isn't it, next to that 8 ball?
Just a little bit. He'd actually probably play the 3 now. I'd like playing the 3 now, then
call.
playing the 5 and then the 1. He lays the best there.
Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it, George? I'm on it, so I might as well take it.
Exactly. I'm already there. I don't have to play position. I'd have to get back to the same spot, and you know, we all know it's hard to get there sometimes. Very, very clean pattern. Very little movement on the cue ball, and look how precise all his position play has been.
Highest ever finish is 3rd in a EuroTour. He finished 9th in this event last year. So he's finished pretty high, George. Semi-finalist. I think it was in the Italian Open, actually, Longoni, last year.
Well, you know something, Mark? In the EuroTour rankings, he is number 15. So he plays quite a few of them, and he does pretty well. His best finish ever has been a quarterfinal in the WPA World 9-Ball in 2021. And he just started off here, ideally, with 2 break-and runs.
Yeah, the good format does make it more interesting. Max will get 2 breaks now, regardless of whether he wins or loses the next rack. He gets 2, and then it goes back to another 2 to Thomas.
Yeah, I actually like the change to this format. I think it's a lot better than alternating every game. And he who's breaking better can do well, because he'll be able to get 2 games instead of just 1 at a time.
And a very interesting statistic to think about. Of course, if you do win the lag and break first, like Thomas has just done, you get 4, George, of the first 6 breaks. So that can be huge, can't it?
Mm-hmm. And since he's won the lag, he probably gets the last 2 breaks if they're tied at 6, for instance. And if he ends the match with the way he started, that's a win. Yeah, these balls are breaking very similar to what we saw in the Women's World 9-Ball. They don't have to overpower it. It's a nice firm hit to the head ball and a controlled cue ball. Well, this is our first look at Max this match. He's gotten a little bit in trouble here. He's over a ball. He did not want to get up against that ball.
He can get to the right hand side of it, George, which is a help in this instance. Oh, he could get to the side of it anyway. He's no problem. Oh,
that's 7 ball. He's got the 3. He's got an insurance ball. That's the one great thing about 8 ball is early in the rack. Normally, when you miss position on one ball, you'll have it on another. I'm not sure that it looks like it's a 3 ball there, or it's a 7 ball. I'm not sure if it goes by that stripe to the left-hand corner.
Yeah,
he's looking at it
George,
now.
I just looked. Yeah, there's a lovely pattern here. It does go.
Oh, it does for sure now.
Well. Yeah.
Very, very clean. Very, very nice. Max is a very impressive player. He's an 816 Fargo, which puts him at number 27 in the top 100 in the world. His opponent is at 781, just out of the 100. So he'd be about 108, 109 on the top 100 scale in Fargo. Now he's got this 6 ball. This is a little tough. He's got to lay the cue ball on the same rail where the 6 is for the 8. So he has to avoid the 10 or come around the top part of the table, which means a lot of spin here, so I doubt that.
I think you can just go back and forth here, George.
Sure. Very clean, very well done.
Well, it's good to see both of these players on top form, George.
They make the game look so easy, so nice. And this is 8-ball. This is classic 8-ball. Both players picking out their pattern and controlling that cue ball very well.
How's your 8-ball these days, George? How's your Fargo going? I know you've just had a new addition to the family and you haven't got a lot of time, but are you still playing much or not?
I hit balls for the first time yesterday morning. I hit about 2 racks here at home. I have not been out of the house in 3 weeks since we got a little puppy, the new edition. I'm telling you, it's a tough thing to do at this age. Chasing a puppy
George,
around the
you should
house.
be resting and relaxing at your age instead of chasing puppies round, cleaning up after them. Anyway, enough of that. Back to Max Lechner's second break. He's not happy with his cue ball, George. It's the second time that there's a little mark on it he doesn't like.
Well, those are the Aramith balls, as we are sponsored by Aramith. And that is, I believe, the TV set for the Aramith Pro balls. The TV set having the pink 4 instead of the purple 4. Taking the solids. Look how nice this is open. I mean, this is going to be a run fest. These players continue to break like this. No, it's inspiring to watch guys play at this level and play it this well. I might go hit some balls after the match. The puppy's sleeping. But Max is a great player, along with Tomas. I don't know too much about Tomas. He doesn't come over to the States very often, but he gets over here enough.
Yeah, I think he was in Puerto Rico, George, the year that we were there. I'm pretty sure he was in 2023. I remember meeting him,
yeah,
I believe.
Sure. That Polish contingent travels around all together. Ouschan is not here this week. One of the missing players. There's quite a few players missing from the Polish contingent.
Yeah, Mieszko is here though. He had a good win this afternoon. So did Daniel Maciel, was first up on this table. I did that match. He looked very impressive.
Oh, Maciel's been looking. He's been looking great since he won that. Was it a World 9-Ball Championship in Qatar?
No.
He's been looking fantastic.
But yeah, he's looking very good for this event. Mad Max in
I don't think he
Lechner.
I don't think he bumped the ball in this whole pattern. He picked them all off perfectly.
We're being spoilt, George. So our viewers, lots of free pool. Lots more to come, of course. This is a 4-day event. Then we have the Youth European Championships, and the start of Indonesia is on the 12th as well. So lots more action to come on Billiard TV over the next week or two.
I believe you'll be doing the Indonesia part, which is great to have you on the mic always, Mark.
You're not doing that, George?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it'll be you and Tim.
No, there must be more. It's a 7-day event, George, with 3 different events going on. Let's see what happens.
There's the ball finally at the end. The balls were headed to the side pocket. They were all kissed out. That has to do with the speed of the hit.
Quick glimpse of the solids there, George. They look very nice indeed. Very inviting, don't they look?
Everything passed. Nothing has to be moved. I'm looking for a trouble spot, and I just really don't see one, except the 8-ball only has 1 pocket. But the key ball, which I believe is the blue 2 on the side, is there, so he'll probably shoot that last. And he'll be on the 8-ball. Or actually, he'll probably play the ball to the side pocket on the left there. That'll be his key ball. Which means he's going to have to travel the cue ball sooner or later to get to this 2, and then the ball on the side there, the 7-ball. Is he going to play that now?
Looks like it, yeah, strange.
It's okay, it's okay. And this is why. He'll play the 2 next, and he'll come down from the 5 more than likely to get on the 8. The 5 or the 6. He just took a different path. Got to get a little angle here on this 5-ball to be able to get the cue ball over the left side there from where he is now. Very, very clean. Wow. These guys are playing to the best of their ability. Neither one has made any kind of a mistake whatsoever. And this is probably one of the hardest shots either one has faced. And that's the first of two breaks for him. Gosh. This is beautiful to watch, isn't it, Mark?
It's just fantastic. I mean, I'm sat here, George, in my beautiful, comfortable chair with my headset on, just admiring some great pool. What a great job we have just sitting here talking about the sport we love, watching it played to such a high standard as well. It really is, you know, we're so fortunate, George.
Well, this is why I said you have a passion for pool, as we all do. And you know, as you know, I'm retired, and I just love I love having the ringside seat to watch these great players from all around the world. It really sheds the game in a different light than when you see it at the club or things like that, or locally. To watch this played by pros is just amazing.
One of the last balls rolling there, George, dropped into the corner. I think it was the 4-ball. Went round the 4 rails, look. The 4 railer from the corner ball at the back of the pack, and it goes. So he's hit them very nicely. Doesn't have a look at a solid though, George. Oh yes, he does. He has the 2 if he wanted it, but he's going to take stripes anyway.
That's
Oh,
the
good
most
shot.
he's worked his cue ball. What a good shot. He worked that to break out the 9, and now everything is open. Smart play by the... Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, a lot of the good players in 8 ball get rid of the problem straight away, don't they, George? And he's gone straight for that to open up that 9 ball. Really good thinking there from the pole. Nice stuff.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say nice play, because that's exactly what you want to do, is take your problems early, and because it provides insurance balls. You know, you had the balls up on top for an easy shot in case you didn't get the position you wanted. Those are always touchy shots for me. Those little soft shots, because sometimes they just don't drop.
Yeah, you're going to hit that a fraction slower and it won't go because it hasn't got the enough momentum, but that was played just about perfect, wasn't it?
Yep, now he'll play this 9, come up for the 11 ball on the side, and where's that, the 13? I can never get the colors right. 13. And then have position on the 8. He's got to get up. Oh, he's got the other one on the corner there.
Yeah, depending on the angle he leaves himself here. Straight is okay, can just draw past the 3 ball. He has angle, so he's going forwards. Good stuff so far, George. Another break and run.
Beautifully done. They've been playing a perfect match so far. Each player has broken run. Kaplan here with 4 break-in runs. Of course, Max with 2, but he's only got to break twice. So you made a good point at the beginning of the match, Mark, where you said winning the lag bodes very big if you're going to play like this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what Max Lechner said there. I think he may have told him about that shot there that he played. What a good shot it was. I think he was congratulating him on the shot where he opened the 9 ball up, George.
Oh yeah, that was a great shot. I mean, he traveled the ball 8 feet to open it up, and with I can never say that word, Mark. Precision. One time, I think I was doing commentary and I was reading the YouTube chat, and someone said I was drunk because I stumbled on that word. Look at this break! Wow. Right to the side pocket, straight in.
I really think
what a treat.
Max Lechner is one of the classy players that is yet to win a really big one. He did get to the final of the US Open, of course, George, when he lost to Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Everyone was losing to Francisco in that era, weren't they? He won just about everything.
Well, Max did defeat Abu Hilal Kader from Palestine 8-0. And then Thomas defeated Rachel and Froy from France.
Yeah, saw Mario Heat as well playing earlier on. He's always up there. One of the favourites, George, isn't he, to go deep, Mario?
Oh, we've got a few, yes. Yes, we do. Mario's a favorite to go deep in every tournament he plays in, as is Max.
I agree.
Give you an example.
himself.
In the EuroTour, Max has gone in the final 16 5 times. He's had 2 semi-finishes, 1 quarter-final. He has finished in the quarterfinals of the World 9-Ball in 2022. And then you noted a final that he was in.
Yeah, US Open. I was actually there ringside.
You travel around the world. You're my idol when it comes to traveling around the world.
Well, I had that year, George, after COVID. I thought, as lots of other people did, I think, I'm just going to travel as much as I can now. And I was lucky enough to go to every big pool event that year. And I visited all the big pool halls around America as well. I went to Canada. I went all over the place. Saw the Moscone, the US Open, the World Pool Championships. I saw about everything there was that the game had to offer. All the Pro Billiard Series events around the different locations that we got to go to. We visited your home city, of course, Arizona, didn't we?
Couple times. Yeah, that was great. With Federgorst winning both times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten treated to a lot of great pool in a lot of great places. I mean, we've been to Austria, we've been to Puerto Rico, Michigan, Wisconsin, of course, Arizona, like you just mentioned.
Ohio.
Right. Yep. So
Vegas, of course, a few times.
Oh, for 12-day stint.
We're jet setters, George. We're jet setters.
Yes. And that is 7 break and runs by both players. 7 attempts, 7 completions.
Could it come down to the lag, George, as you said? It very well could do, couldn't it, if they carry on like this?
Well, I've only actually commentated one perfect match, and that was way back, and that was between Shane Van Boening and Josh Roberts, but that was on a 7-foot table in Las Vegas. And actually, there was one mistake. I think Josh scratched on the break. Shane played perfect. And so this is as close to a perfect match as I've seen, ever.
Well, that's a statement. Can he continue? Needs to make a ball. He has made a ball. That same ball, George, in the side. One in the corner as well.
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
You know, Mark, I see a lot of people talk about how A-ball is easier than rotation, and I totally disagree with that, because in A-ball you have choices, and when you're making choices, that's when you can make mistakes. In rotation, of course, you know what ball you're going to shoot next every time. Yes, you have to move the cue ball around, but playing clean like these guys are playing, they're playing their patterns clean. He's already looked at the 8-ball and seen his path around the table for clearance. He knows what he's going to shoot last, although, there was a time I did the same thing. Now I forget, so I have to readdress. But these guys don't. These guys are in the prime of their life playing pool. They're playing the best pool of their lives, I believe. And they're showing it to us.
I'm at the age, George, where I walk to the kitchen and forget what I went in there for.
Wow, this is just... I have a friend that used to always talk about pool, and he would always say, "Oh, I better get by." Oh, he's okay though. I think he can see the 12 ball. If not, he's got the one in the center pocket there. But he would say, this friend would always say, the thing of beauty is a joy forever. And this is what we're having right here. A match of beauty.
Yeah, and these are the matches, you know, that become classics. You know, in years to come, this will be looked upon as, if they can continue this, as one of the great matches of all time.
He might have, I guess he was playing that ball. He could have gone a little higher. I think he would have liked to have played this ball with an easier shot. He's got to miss those 2 balls in the middle on top there. Oh, he's going to take the harder shot.
Just to go back to what you said about, you know, people saying that 8 ball is easier. Okay, you do have options all the time, but also there's less room to manoeuvre the cue ball around, so your cue ball just has to be very, very good as well. It's lots of short movements rather than big distances that the cue ball travels. George, as you said, he's got out of this well.
That's 8 break-in runs by both players, 4 in a row by both. Absolutely perfect pool.
I think Max is just nipping out of the arena, George, for a couple of minutes.
Okay. Well, you know, our sponsors, we have Predator Group, Iwan Simonis Cloth, Aramith Balls, Billiard Balls, Longoni, Kamui, of course. You have a local sponsor, you've met this gentleman, Beckman's Billiards. Nice gentleman that always sets up the tables. Half the time he purchases the tables and then sells them on his own, so they don't have to transport them. This is the Predator Art Table with 4 1/4 inch pockets, and the Simonis cloth. Above the table, you see the Predator perimeter lights. And what a nice LED arena we have here with, yeah, they just keep making improvements every time they have a tournament.
Yeah, I like the way they've got the players' seats, George, not in the corner on this particular table that we're looking at now. Kind of cool.
I totally agree. I saw that. I think it was the first time we saw that was in was this last one in Austria, wasn't it?
Yeah. They had it in Estonia as well. Estonia.
Yeah, Estonia. That's right.
Did you work on Estonia, Tallinn? I think you did.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. And that's the first time I saw it. And I really liked the players facing each other on the side of the table and not back in the corner. It's a cloudy day in Slovenia. I looked at the weather there, and but it's very starry inside the arena. We have pool stars and stars up above there.
Well, I've got a nice little fact for you. Slovenia has one of the 10 tallest populations on the planet. A typical male measures around 1.8 meters. I'm not sure what that is in inches, George. I think it's about 6'4", I believe, something like that.
Wow, that's really high. They must have great
that
basketball
is really
teams.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always love your fun facts, Mark. You always come up with some
let me
good
give you
ones.
this one other very, very quick one. I know you'll like this, George. You love a bit of wine. Well, Slovenians love their wine as well. They are the 6th biggest consumers of wine per capita in the world. Nice holiday destination for you there, George. Back to the action.
Yeah, they must have missed my wife and I, because we go through a bottle of wine every 2 days. Easy. I guess that's not a lot, is it?
Drink responsibly, guys.
Yeah, I'm privileged to come around a lot of wine. My daughter lives up in the Bay Area here in the U.S., and you have all of Northern California that has wineries, very good ones. But then in Europe, they have some great wines.
What do you see here, George? Any problems?
Well, I don't see any problems. He's going to start with a combo first just to get rid of it. And I think that's a smart play. Again, as you noted earlier, Mark, you take care of your problems first, and the problem was those two balls going to the corner. Now everything is open. You'll have to come down for the ball on the spot and the one next to it. Play them to the right side. I'm sorry, yeah, to the right side, because I'm not sure it goes by. The one in front goes by. And instead of guessing, we'll just watch him work. He's been doing great work.
George Tearchat and myself, Mark White, in the booth for you for this one. We've done plenty over the years, George. Oh, just gone awkward, hasn't it? Look, bridging over the two, but he's okay, he can reach it. Or can he? It's not just potting it, it's the positional side of it as well, of course, isn't it?
Well, both players are about 6 foot, so he should be okay here. His speed is going to be very important here. I think he's going to come between the 8 and the 2 for the 10, because coming all the way down, unless the ball on the spot passes the 13 ball, it could get dicey. Did he hit enough? I don't think so. He's in trouble.
It was always going to be the problem there, wasn't it? The positional side of it. He was stretching, he was over that ball, it was horrid. There was a good chance as well against the break, but it's just going to be the safety, unfortunately, for Max.
Well, he's got a long one ball that I can see. Not sure if the 5 ball goes by the 3 for the corner. Shooting the 1 gives him position on the 6 or the 4 ball there next to the 1. Shooting the 3 ball gets him position on the 4 or the 6 or the 2. And this is where the mistakes come in, or this is where balls are missed. This is a very difficult shot to start things off. And even so, his position is not ideal. But that had a little bit two-way value, where he doesn't leave an easy shot either. And again, clever safety shot. Is he going to put him back on top of the rail again, in the head rail? The 10 ball will not bank because of the 2, so I like coming all the way down behind this ball at the bottom, just like this. Don't hit it, don't hit it. Oh, he wanted to get to the bottom there. Still a long shot. position is tough.
It was difficult to keep up that 100% record of break and runs, wasn't it? Extremely difficult.
It is. You know, you would think that with 15 balls on the table, it's easy to make a ball on the break, but we all know that it's not. These gentlemen have potted balls, I mean, almost to perfection.
Felix Vogel, the young German, he's at it again. He's just had an 8-0 win over Michael Seitz. So the young German kid doing well.
I believe that was the first missed ball we've seen. In this match.
Yeah, it was, George. It was. Max played safe, didn't he? And the safety has paid off in the end, even though Thomas did manage to pot a long 2-ball. Failed on his next attempt, and a chance for Max to get one against the break here.
This has been the first rack that the opposing player has come up to the table from the breaker. If there's any positive thing about not making the ball on your break, is that you, in this format, get to break the next game again. And a nice clearance by Mr. Lechner.
They have got a glimpse of table 2 during that game. Lazar Kostic 4-2 down to Roman Hebler from Czech. Tough competitor, Roman Hebler.
Yes, he is. Oh,
Wow,
and that's the first
scratch.
time we've seen a scratch on the break. So 2 breaks in a row for Tomas, and they were not ideal. That was straight in the pocket. That's just a mishit.
Yeah, can't complain about that one, can he, George?
No.
Came off the right hand side of the head ball.
You know, a lot of players complain about being kissed in, and I can understand that, but when it goes straight into a pocket, ya blew it. It's about the size of it.
After the break, of course, it's ball behind the line, not ball in hand anywhere. Just after the break, that is.
And those are part of the WPA rules. In BCA, I believe it is ball anywhere on the table. So the rules do vary in that aspect. And I actually agree with them. Max thinking about his patterns here. He's got to come off the 14 kind of. I think he should go forward with this with a little bit of left. Come in between the 1 and the 6 ball with the cue ball, or up for the 1 right there. He's still okay. He's shaking his head, but he's still okay. It looks like that 4 ball will go to the same pocket as the 1. Oh, he's got to find a pocket for the 6. That's his problem. It's got to go. It's got to go to the top.
Not sure the 4 does pass George. I think he's looking at going in and out of the corner and going past the 4 ball and playing it into the other pocket. Maybe that's what he was looking at.
Well, do you go for a safety or do you go for the make here? He's got to be careful where the 8 ball goes. He's going to take the long shot, or the long stretch on this ball. He's going to run into the 8 ball here, so hold on to your horses. Now he's going to have a steep cut on the 6. And I actually like his chances of completing this run out.
Yeah, turned the tide, hasn't he, George? And if he can win this one, he'll have 2 breaks to come. It's possible that he can win on those 2 breaks.
Yeah, he makes this ball. It's possible Tomas doesn't come out of his chair, and he made the ball, and he has the shot on the 8. And I believe that's 5 break-and runs for Mr. Lechner, and he now leads 6-4. And he will be breaking twice. Finally.
Yeah, that was the shot for me, George. That position to the 4 ball, and then this great 6 ball could have gone wrong there. Could have double kissed him behind the 13, but got away with it. Pretty strong stuff from the Austrian.
Well, there's 3 top Austrians that I can think of. You have Alvin Ouschan, who is here this week. You have Mario He, who is here this week, and you have this gentleman right here. So we have a little who's who. A couple of other players in this tournament that are who's who of pool is, of course, the Kaiser from Germany, Hall of Famer Ralph Souquet. You have Stefan Kasper from Germany also, Massiol, as you mentioned, Fortunsky, who won the Austrian Open, I believe.
Yeah. Won his 3rd title last month.
Mohamed Sufi, Wojciech Szewczak, our 10-ball champion. Gosh, we it's a who's who pool here in Slovenia.
Yeah, don't forget Tobias Bongers as well. Currently ranked very, very high in Europe as well, playing very well. Stefan Kasper, of course, who won the title in the European Championships, the straight pool, I believe. So there's plenty of talent on view, George.
Well, you know, you mentioned Stefan Kasper in the Euro overall rankings of the Euro Tours. He's ranked number 1 with the highest number of points. And number 6 would be Felix Vogel, the young sensation out of Germany. And Joshua Filler's ranked number 4 in the overall tour. He is not here this week, I don't believe. In fact, I think out of the top 20 in the overall rankings for the Predator Euro Tour, they're only missing 3 players. So it's full of talent.
And lots of players getting ready, of course, for the World 9-ball as well. A lot of players didn't play in this because of the Indonesia event as well. So Alex Kazakis has already arrived in Indonesia after recently getting married. Congratulations to Alex Kazakis. And I want to say a quick congratulations as well to Florian Kohler, whose birthday it is today, the great trick shot artist. Venom, happy birthday, my friend.
That's great that it's the first I hear of Alex getting married, and that's awesome.
Yeah, his beautiful twin daughters as well. Having a very good year. He's Alex, lovely chap, and he'll be partnering Kelly Fisher in the doubles as well as playing in the Indonesian Open, of course.
Max looking very, very solid to close out this rack for his 6th break and run.
Pinpoint precision position from the Austrian. He's going to put him on the hill, George.
Wow, Max, what a match you're playing. What a match. Tomas has only missed, I believe, 1 ball, but he scratched on a break and he broke dry once.
Yes. Just shows you the level, doesn't it, George? As we see Roman Hebler at the table on table 2. I believe Tim de Ruyter and Graham Hickman are your commentators on that one. And we still have more action coming up for you today, guys. And then back tomorrow, 9:30, I believe it is, tomorrow morning.
Uh-oh, this
dry.
looks like it might be dry. That's the first one for Max. A dry break keeps him from having a shot to play a perfect match. Well, I guess there was a couple safeties in that one dry break by Tomas, but still, absolutely perfection. Keep in mind, folks, we'll have the World 10-Ball Championships coming up in September in Ho Chi Minh City, I believe, in Vietnam.
Yeah, just across the border for me, George. It's about an hour and 10 minutes away from where I am at the moment.
Nice and close. Maybe you'll be on site.
I would like to be. I'd love to go back to Ho Chi Minh. Great pool scene there. Terrific host nation. The Vietnamese pool is really, really taking off there. It's kind of like the new Philippines, you know. It's the place to go to now to learn your craft.
Well, from the information I've seen, I believe that Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City and Vietnam has more pool halls than the rest of the world, and big ones too. Every time you see a live stream from there, the stands are packed, the fans are loud, and they know what to cheer for, they know what to look for.
Oh, cue ball. Wow.
Yeah, he just wanted to give you a scare.
He did, George, he did.
Even if Tomas runs these out, Max still gets to break to win the set, to win the match. That's got to be a good feeling when you're in the chair.
Yeah, can just relax, can't he, George? No need to panic. He knows even if doesn't get out of his chair for these next 2 racks, he'll still have a 2-rack lead, and as you said, breaking for the match. So you can just sit there calmly.
The 8-ball's a toughie. It'll have to go to one of the side pocket or this bottom corner pocket, unless it goes between the 10-15, and I don't believe it does. So he's going to have to play it down here, come up with off the 3 to the side rail and back over to the left side of the 8. This is going to have a little bit of pace.
You can draw straight up, I think, off the rail.
Much harder to hold,
good, doesn't it? This looks pretty good.
Yeah, for the long shot, very, very well done. Nice control, as you mentioned there, Mark, right up the side.
Yeah, good feel for the shot there.
Nice clearance by Tomas. I believe the women start tomorrow, Mark?
No, the women start on the 3rd day, 3rd and 4th day, George. Saturday, Sunday they start.
Okay.
So we've got the men again tomorrow. Down to...
And this is an open... Go ahead.
No, go on. It's okay.
I was just going to say, this is the Slovenian Open, so there are women playing in this tournament. They're in the lineup. I saw 4 or 5 of them at least, which gives them, especially for the young ones, gives them great experience going to the longer races, because the women raced, 6 and 8. Stage 1 is 6, stage 2 is 8 games, and here they're playing 8 and 10. So, and they get to play with the men. I just love the programs and tournaments and the way they're run here in Europe. I would love to see this in something like this in the United States, where you have federations or you have states sponsoring players, training players, and growing the game and the talent.
And another good thing about the women playing in the men's event as well, I'm sure they don't have any ambition of winning them. It's purely just to get a bit of practice in, and it also gives them some time on the new tables, George. They may not have played on new cloths for some time, so it gives them a chance to adjust to the tables as well. So I think it's wise for them to enter.
I totally agree. It's $200 well spent, because that's the entry fee for these EuroTour events. And another miss by Tomas.
Very awkward table, isn't it, George?
Oh, and there is the first miss by Mr. Lechner. I wonder if he was trying to hold that cue ball for the ball by the side pocket, so and he opens up the 5 and shoots that, and then he has to find a way to get to the 2 ball. But
yeah, now Thomas can play it now. George, look, it's the first shot he's going to play. Still open, of course.
The good part about where the 6 rubbing salt, you're right.
Max would be sitting there thinking, that was my ball, George. That was my ball. I wanted that one. That's what I was going to do. Frustrating for the Austrian.
Right. Yeah. Now the only thing he has to contend with is the 2 ball, and he's got the 6 ball to get right on it. Oh, not a good bump. I don't think it goes by the 10 ball. He's in trouble. He could, I'm not sure if it banks to the upper left-hand corner or not.
He's called it, George. It's exactly what he's called.
Yeah, he's going to have to work his cue ball out of the way.
15, didn't he? In trying to avoid the double kiss on the 2, he's caught the 15, which has sent the cue ball close to the corner. Talking to himself there, George. What was he saying, George? Do you speak any? Can you lip read Polish?
No, I can't. But I know what I would have been saying, and I don't want to say it on the air. Yes. Sometimes you get in those positions where, I mean, it was. The shot had a kiss to begin with. The 15 kept you from taking your cue ball where you really wanted to go with it. And so it was tough. He was in a real tough place. He did the best he could. Max can close it out right here.
Just wondering, George, about the 15 and the 10.
I think he's. I think what I would do is probably not what he's going to do, but I think I'd play the ball on the spot, try to get on this 11 ball where I can come up and play into those 2 balls off the 11 in the side pocket there. He's not sure what he's going to do. He seems to favor the ball by the side pocket, but I don't think so. Well, this is going to change. Now he's forced to play the ball in the side pocket. But he can come up for these 2 balls. He's going to get right up there. That's where he has to hit, and he'll come right into those 2 balls and split them. Off the ball on the spot here, which is the 13 ball, I believe. Off the rail. He's got to hit
to me.
the yeah, he's got to hit the diamond above the side pocket. Should give him a shot on the 11 in this corner or the 10 in the side if he splits them. He's come around him, and somebody's going to get a chance to come back to the table.
Possible combo, George.
Good call.
Ball should be heading past the 8 ball somewhere.
Beautifully done. What a shot by Max. Desperation makes for great shots.
One more tricky stripe into the side pocket. On and off the rail, George. We saw the 8 ball does pass into this bottom corner. Could be all over.
One long shot to close out this match. And Max does it. What a beautifully played match by both players. Max played some of the best pool I've ever seen him play, or seen anyone play for that matter. Mark, any closing comments?
I thought it was a thoroughly entertaining match. I thought they were going to go toe-to-toe all the way. I was hoping to see a perfect match from both of them. It didn't happen. It's rare that that does happen, of course. But overall, very, very entertaining, and even more pool for you guys to look forward to. That's it for me tonight, Mark White. But I know, George, you are going to be on another match, I believe. So I'll let you lead us out. Thanks, thanks very much.
I'm not. I won't
One
be on
match.
today.
Oh, you've got
tomorrow.
You've got away lightly, George.
I got
today.
away
You've
clean
got it
today.
off it lightly.
But
You
what a
deserve
match
it,
I
my
got
friend.
what a match I got to commentate. It had 2, 4, 6, 8 break-and runs. Only a couple of missed shots by either player. What a great match. We have plenty of pool coming up. The women will be joining us in a couple days. You'll watch a lot more pool. Stay tuned. We have a lot more pool coming up the next 3 days, today and the next 3 days. Mark White and George Stayachea signing off. Thank you, folks.
15 years without lenses, without nothing. Then I tried lenses. It was way better. You could see the edges of the balls and everything. But whenever it was like, it was a long day, I got tired and I didn't blink enough to put liquid into the eye. So
I cannot play with lenses.
yeah, I had astigmatism as well. So I cannot see the edges clearly. And I took the laser surgery. It's called LASIK. I think it's common.
Was it?
Before the World Championships in Poland, like 2 weeks before, 3 weeks before.
It's still working good?
They told me until I get old and I need glasses to read, it will be fine. When I started needing glasses to read, no, but I mean they told me between 12 and 15 years I should be totally fine, and it was in I don't know 22. So, yeah, I mean first I had soft lenses, and after I had hard lenses, the hard ones I saw the best, was unbelievable. But when I went down, like when I'm on the shot, my head is pretty like this, you know, and I only aim on the very high end, so it still got blurry a little bit. And I cannot play like this, no chance. My neck will break, no chance. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do the surgery. And it's before with the hard lenses, I had like 140% sight, which is amazing. Now I have 100 and 120, which is pretty good as well. Like 100% is just a number. Like if you are a doctor, you can read the second line in the bottom is like 100%.
I already, I almost did surgery, but I can see.
Okay, I can do it. So
Just
they told you it's possible.
I needed to move to other tech.
So what time?
Now when I found out that my second dollar is on the way,
Oh, congratulations.
I was thinking about it. I want to see it clearly in the glasses, but clearly,
I
you know?
mean, I swear the only bad thing was I didn't do it earlier. Really, it was the best thing I did. Really, you will never regret it 1 second. It's a lot of money. I pay in Austria. It costs 4,500 euros. But I mean, I think
In our country, it's about 200.
200. 2,000. Yeah. Same in Greece. Kazakh is the same. Kazakh, Kaide, Sanchez.
Everyone.
Many players. Yeah. Yanni Uski had like I think -12. He was like Dan was living under the earth. He couldn't see. He was blind. So I know many players did it, and nobody regretted it. Oscar Dominguez did it twice already. 9 years ago and now a second time. But in the past they said you can only. I mean they need to check like what method do they do? Is it LASIK? Like they open up the skin, laser, and yeah, this is what I did. Because sometimes they put in a lens. If you have like some problems, I don't know how to explain this, but there are like a couple of different methods to do it.
I know.
But for me, it was just open, laser, close,
Yeah.
done.
So it's just
It was very easy.
30 minutes.
Very easy. It doesn't feel anything. Only after you're very sensitive to light,
Light.
but only for a couple of hours.
Just couple of hours. That's it.
I think after 24 hours I saw perfect, without pain, without nothing. Should have done it many years ago already.
I'm
And
trying
it
to play.
feels-
I'm still trying to play, you know. But when I have a long distance ball, like in this match,
Seven.
I cannot see it clearly, you know. And
No, I totally understand. I mean, you will see, it's a whole different life to do. And for that kind of money, it's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Good luck in the next matches. See you later, probably.
Oh, that's nice.
35 seconds. 35. If you need to use an extension, say that it helps for that because distance. We can put back one thing. The cue was complete. I can try as fast as possible.
Von da. So.
Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth stop of the Predator EuroTour. We're here in Slovenia for the Kamui Slovenian Open. Day 1, 8 ball is the game, playing race to 8. This is the winners round 2 and these players are trying to get into the winners qualification round. Boy, what a match we have here. We have Mika van Berkel from the Netherlands, very good upcoming player, junior world champion, many medals, very dangerous player, against a man that needs little introduction, Mr. Alvin Ouschan. My name is Graham Hickman and I am in the box with Pascal de Schmidt, my good friend. What about this match, Pascal? This is going to be very good.
Well, especially for us, well, you having lived in the Netherlands, knowing Mika also, yeah, this is very special. One of the upcoming youth players from the Netherlands against, well, like you said, one of the all-time greats in pool. So, well, on paper this should be fireworks, but with 8 ball you never know, can get a little bit messy.
Yeah, already first break there, makes balls, but a little bit of a congestion in the middle of the table, and because we have solids and stripes causing a few problems there, it's not so straightforward, this, Pascal. This is a bit of a messy starting break. Probably,
Yeah,
he can open a few balls up with solids maybe, depending, but his first shot is not ideal. Could be forced into stripes maybe. What do you think?
yeah, the 9 is pretty tricky there. So, yeah, you know, with the 9 being away, it opens up for the 14, but nothing straightforward. Already a lot of work to be done. And you know, sometimes that helps when it's your first rack. Go time, get you in the focus, like, you know, it's not a walk in the park.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder if he can he full ball Karam into the 5 ball here, Pascal, and leave the stripe in the top right corner where his shoulder is. I think that's an option, possibly.
Well,
No.
that would help. So it's also available in the side, I think. Kind of depends on how much faith he has in the bridge. Yeah, just looking at it, just roll it in.
Yeah, he's just got to drop this in. All about the pace. Yeah, I think that looks pretty okay. You can just probably run through from that angle. It looks really good. He's probably going to have to run past the 4 ball and the 2 ball. Try and take the cue ball to the left side of the table. Not sure if a stop shot will work. It's hard to tell. Probably the overhead. Yeah, he's probably going to have to run this forward. Don't know if he can get close to them. Yeah, you can just run past. Nicely done. Choice here. I think you can pot both balls. Right, he's going to play the 10. Just come 2 rails. Yeah, just centre table here. Bring it back. Yeah, well, for all of a sudden the break looked really messy, but he did manage to take them out pretty well there for a 1-rack lead. Yeah, nicely done. Not a straightforward one, but break and run nonetheless. And he will have another break, so players have 2 breaks. They will take 2 chances to break the balls. Whatever happens, then they switch to the other player, then they have 2 breaks, and so on and so on. We do have a shot clock in order. It's a 35-second shot clock with 1 25-second extension per player per rack. But after the break, they do have 60 seconds, a little bit longer, just to evaluate the table before the regular 35-second shot clock kicks in. So let's have a look. Albin's break. He's really trying to get these 2 balls, the 10 ball and the 1 ball, in the centre pockets. Let's have a look. Oh, we got the point on both of them. Dry break. I believe it's a dry break. Nothing in the wide open. Messy table. Not really much to go at for Mika here, Pascal. He might be forced into taking stripes because of where the cue ball is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not sure. Is the 14, does it go? But yeah, we will see how he feels in a bit. Mika very experienced already at this young age. He plays a lot, I can tell you that, and is really in love with the game. He plays everything from rotation, 9 ball, 10 ball, to 8 ball, straight pull, banks, 1 pocket. Just is your, well, your average pool hall junkie, you could say, only really, really good. So
Yeah, super dangerous.
yeah,
He's just such a confident player. Very, very confident. Great to watch.
but still, we have to favor the veteran here a little bit, at least.
Yeah, we were just talking earlier with Tim and myself, Pascal. I was just thinking, do you think maybe Alvin is a little bit overdue? Maybe a EuroTour win. Fella was quite dominant in the first 2, and then Fortunski obviously winning the last one, so he's got to fancy his chances this time. Bit of an unexpected miss there. He's been fortunate. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. So hard, like with the age also. You see, still, like players nowadays, they take care of their bodies and, you know, stay fit, healthy. They can go on for a long time at a very high level.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roll,
Yeah.
that.
I think he's looking for that victory. So funny to see how much, you know, how much losses do you have to take, right? As a top player, maybe win, like how many titles do you win in a year? Like you have to not win a lot, you know, in pool. Even when
Yeah,
you're
definitely.
as good as Albin.
Yeah, you definitely lose more than you win, that's for sure. This is a bit of it. Might have left him pretty straight. Oh, what a shot he's played here. Not ideal on the cue ball, but it was a very good shot nonetheless from where he was. Forced into it. Needs another one here though, Pascal. Tricky work here, but he's forced into going for it, I think.
Well, can he see enough? From this point of view, it kind of looks... Well, if he's shooting, then it goes.
Oh, great view there.
Well,
What a great
if
shot.
he lands on the 9, that would be a really good chance. He at least has the real first option. But I think he can see the whole thing. Yeah, it's hard work. And then leave yourself for more hard work. So, yeah, the position he's looking at is very tough. Close to the real jack up.
Time.
It's a tough one. Knowing missing is selling out big time. Wow. Great shot there by Mika. And he knew he was gonna land pretty close to the rail. Still, to get your first rack on the board, not an easy shot. Ah, yeah, just those kind of shots, they can be a little bit funny, especially when you're not feeling it yet. So Alvin is most likely gonna punish Mika hard here. Nice thing though, with the break format of 2 breaks each. Oh, after this one, even if Alvin wins this rack, Mika can break 2 times, so gets a chance to get back at 2-2 if he makes 2 break and runs, which he is very capable of. So Alvin showing why they call him the smooth operator. Just gliding over the table. Well, that was very, very unexpected. Wow. You can't believe it, but you know, he stood up there for a moment, so he already felt something was off. Mika going up and down. How's the speed? Looks good. Struck it in a positive way. So 1 each, and it's Mika to break. So curious to see how his break will go. So, for the people just tuning in, this Euro Tour, we're playing 8-ball and we're playing with a tapped table, so no magic rack or template or wood rack, with little dents in the slate and a tight rack each time. Oh, I think speed was pretty nice, but couldn't control the cue ball. Still not settled in.
What about the two balls? Is it in or is it out? Sorry? The two ball. Two ball.
So I think Alvin is asking,
Out, so 'cause I
can
can't-
I hit the 2-ball or not? So even the pro players make use of the referee sometimes to check. You know, some this tournament they watch the center of the ball. Sometimes they also, you know, then the ball can't touch the line, then the line is kind of an invisible wall and the ball isn't allowed to touch the wall. But in this case, the 2-ball was legal. So both players are, well, looking a little bit edgy or not settled in yet. Also the layouts won't help with that, Graham, but what do you think? How do you feel about this match? If any predictions maybe?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a nervy start from both players. I think that 3-ball is an interesting one here. I wonder if he's trying to go past it for the 7. Unless it does go past. Let's move around that a little bit. Wonder if he can just drop this in and use the 9 to maybe keep the cue ball around about the same place. He will have to make his way back up the table as well, so it's not so straightforward, this Pascal, but yeah, the last few times we've seen Alvin seems to have been a little bit more, I don't know, not his usual self in the Euro Tours more recently. So we'll be looking to go deep this one with a few players not here, Filler being one of them and a few others. But one thing's for sure, Mika will need to take his chances when they come, that is for certain.
Yeah, the scratch on the break didn't help.
Yeah, it's a big mistake, scratching on the break. Generally, at this level, because of the pace that the players are breaking, they don't generally go crazy power, so scratching is normally uncommon unless it does get kicked in or complete mishit. So to scratch straight off the break is quite a big mistake. There's an interesting couple of balls here, Pascal, because the 8-ball is not ideal. I'd love to get that 6-ball out the way now, I think. Would you go 1-6 or 6-1 here?
Yeah, I think you can draw back with the 6, maybe. Oh, he went short side. I Thought maybe draw into the side of the 15, just clip it to get a little bit straighter on the 1. But this is definitely better. Can stun over for the 8 ball in the same pocket. Oh, went forward. Perfect. So Mika looking for that magical break. I think he just had a good speed and pop on the break. But well, no scratch this time. Sometimes you see players, you know, the last time he scratched in the right middle. Well, sometimes you adjust a little bit too much. Go to the other one. But he's going open bridge now. Wow. Good control over the cue ball. But dry.
Yeah, and I think he's got options here, Pascal. But I think either solid or stripes are fine.
Yeah, maybe like stripes a little bit better because of the 9 and the 2. So if you're solids, then the position on the 8 ball is gonna be a little bit tougher. 9 is pretty much in the way, and the 12 also. So have to play position somewhere in the middle of the table where he is right now. To play the 8 ball in the lower left. Or does it go in one of the sides, Graham? What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good call. I think if it does go in the side, that 10 ball could be a nice helping ball to ensure the 8 ball does go in the right side. There's an option there, and the left side also tight. There is some options. I think it just depends what path he feels is most logical.
Well, now I look at it, probably if he plays the 2 ball as a last ball, he can just go 2 reels, you know, and stay below the 9 ball. It's a pretty big area where he's also okay, so I think that's his goal.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take the 1 probably now and come maybe 2 rails. He's probably trying to come back to take the 3 ball in the bottom left. I'm not sure he can hold it, so unless he's going to dead weight it, but probably 2 rails, I think. Pascal needs to go a little bit. He wanted to be straight on this, I think, so he could play the 2 ball in the bottom right and then maybe that 8 ball in the side off the 10. That was probably what he was thinking. There, you see it. But now he might have to go a different way, like you said. Drop the 3, maybe bring the cue ball similar place to where it is now.
Yeah,
Play the
or
2 ball.
just close to the long rail, the lower part of the long rail. If you can leave it somewhere, you know, and play in between the 9 and 12.
Yeah, he's going to find the gap. That's what he's trying. How's the pace?
Needs to stop.
Pretty good.
It's perfect. Well, who are we, Graham, to doubt the smooth operator?
Yeah,
Speaking of which, I don't think Mika is nickname yet, right? I mean, we could start a a thing here.
Yeah, I don't know. He's obviously a fellow Dutchman. Have you not ever heard of any insights of a nickname for Mika? There must be some. Anybody in the chat who knows Mika? Any Dutch players out there? He must have a nickname. Somebody must have gave him one.
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe if it's one of his friends, then. But we'll see. Just let us know, people.
So let's see, Alvin trying to extend his lead. He has 2 breaks now. So I did notice in previous, when we had the 8-ball event last time, Alvin likes to put a little bit of juice on his break. Seemed to have took a little bit of pace off the last time. Let's see. Yeah, he took a lot of pace off, but that... Oh, those balls go straight in the side. Very well executed. However, I do think he's hitting it a little bit softer, Pascal. He's trying to guarantee the balls, but the last few breaks we've seen that way have created a little bit of cluster, a few little complications. He's got another challenge again here. What do you think, Pascal? I mean, solids and stripes both have problems on both ways.
Yeah, I think I like solids. You know, the middle and the 3 is still okay. 3 is a nice last ball. So if whoa, look out, cue ball. Wow,
Oh man,
that was an
can't believe
unfortunate
it.
kiss.
What a chance. Maybe Alvin likes to show his emotions.
Our
Open table, he's
colleague-
asking.
Sorry. Our colleague George is in the chat. Said Mika is the Iceman from Finland. Well, yeah, that's another Mika, of course. Maybe we could, you know, come up with a nickname, with the referring to to Mika Immonen.
This is a great chance now. Not only has Alvin scratched in the side, but because it's after the break, oh, he's covered the pocket. That's a very poor shot, that Pascal, from ball in hand. He's made a mistake there. He didn't want to connect with the 10 ball. He's now blocked the pocket. So I was just about to say, having ball in hand after the break is such a bonus, because you can obviously put the cue ball anywhere and try to take away those problems instantly. But he's made a mistake there, and this 5 doesn't go anywhere. Maybe, Pascal, it's a problem now. This maybe the center somewhere, but
Yeah, just only one of the centers, but that's gonna be very touchy. And he has to go, you know, after that he has to go for position to the 3. So nothing guaranteed. He can try to get on the left side of the 5, go in the middle or in the corner. I think that's the only thing he can do, actually. Try and hope he has an angle to get shape on the 3 ball. I think couldn't be any better. Well, couldn't hope for anything better than this, I think. He's not hampered. Can he go to past the side pocket here, Graham?
yeah, I don't know. He might have to stun it. Oh, he's topping it, so maybe he can go past. Yeah, he forced it a little bit. How's the pace? It's a bit pacey. Might have to take this in the bottom corner, Pascal. Don't know what angle he's got, but it's a tester, I can tell you that much.
Oh, he pulls a face like it's a tester.
Oh, it's a tester with good angle though. Concentrate on the pot. Yeah, nice.
It's a good confidence booster.
was a good finish that, Pascal, from the mistake he made, ball in hand. He done well to kind of get himself out of trouble there. Could have been 4-1, but it's now 3-2. Alvin has another break. Maybe looking to try and extend that to 4-2 if possible.
So what about the arena, Graham? I mean, I really like the thing they do with, you know, with the kind of star, the sky, the night sky. Looks so good with the lights, of course. The Predator
very
lights.
nice. I think we're becoming accustomed to great setups and great events. This is the 4th Predator event, and each time it's been very nice. Players have getting treated very well, but yeah, just on that break there, he hasn't made the ball that he wanted. It went a bit high, but he did hit them maybe a little bit harder, and now it's a bit more of a wide open table, so big chance for Mika. Yeah, this spread is a lot more favourable. Yeah, I don't see any major problems at first glance. He might want, if he wants to go stripes, they maybe have a few little complications, but he could take the one below the 8 ball if he wanted to remove that straight away, or he goes solids. They all connect quite okay, Pascal, here. I don't see any major dramas. Personal preference maybe.
Yeah, maybe the only thing with stripes is that all the solids in the middle of the table kinda could be a little bit blockers when you're gonna cross from the lower stripe balls to the upper balls. You know, with the 10 you have to be pretty precise with your position, but being straight on the 10, well, if you get there, then you're pretty much over the line.
Yeah, that's why I liked, if he was going to take the stripes, taking that one below the 8 ball was definitely favourable, because he has a good connection here now to clear the table, and then sending the cue ball up table. He does have a few options. He's got options in the top right. He has that 10 ball over the side as a little bit of a also security, so he can, he's still got a bit of traffic to get round though, Pascal. He's got to make sure he plays into space here.
Yeah, it's a bit of the key shot here. So he's pretty okay, but you know what? The 10 is a little bit funny. It lays there a little bit funny. I maybe would like to draw into the 7 or next to the 7 to play the 10 right away. Because, you know, the 5 is in a little bit of a, you know, funny spot, and yeah, he's looking. It's not super straightforward. Very doable, yes. But have to watch out.
Yeah, I think this 8 ball, he's probably going to maybe play a little bit of a draw shot here, Pascal, and maybe play the 10 ball off one rail, down the short rail, and play the 8 in the right hand side pocket. That would be probably the safest option because of the space in the table. What do you think? Just stop this and play a bit, or maybe draw a little bit? Just one cushion. Safer option maybe.
Yeah, definitely, and you know, it's definitely the least risk.
Yeah, I like that option. Not flirting with any crazy danger. He would have been very unfortunate to make a mistake there, I think. But a great Yeah, he's punished Alvin 2 times in a row there, Pascal. One for the scratch and then a dry break. Just what the doctor ordered. And now we have 2 breaks from Mika. And he'd be looking to take advantage. And boy, if he can get a couple of good breaks here, we could have a big swing already in this match from 3-1 down.
Well, potentially going. Well, it's 3-3 now, right? They still haven't.
Yes.
Yeah, so could go up 5-3. Well, that would be a message for Albin. And to be, to be fair, I feel being on 3-3 with the start Mika had, he should feel pretty good right now. He had a pretty bad start, yet he's here 3-all and breaking the next 2. Let me see, a high bridge going for the pop, got it. So made a ball, and how are those 2 stripes in the top left corner? I think they lay perfect, so you can choose, but the 3 being where it is, or maybe not the 3, the 12 being in the way. I would like to go for stripes if the combination is on, Graham.
Yeah, I think so. If he can get the 12 in the corner, he may even take a chance and try to draw around 2 rails, Pascal, for the 9. Take these 2 problem balls at the bottom of the table. Just get rid of them straight away. It's a delicate shot, but there's definitely value.
Yeah, big reward.
How's the pace? Needs to go. It was a bit tricky, those ones on the
make
Pascal.
it. Sorry, Graham.
Yeah, it was a bit tricky trying to drag those in off a couple of rails, but like you say, you can make it, and because that combination in the top left corner is pretty much guaranteed from anywhere, you can just focus on the pot. He's missed it by a mile. 2 ball to the rescue, maybe Pascal here. Albin's going to have to pull something out. Don't think it goes in the top right corner. He's looking closely. What do you think?
I think it just goes, and you know what? The 4 or the 7 from this position gives him a very, very good chance to get really close. If it goes, he can get really close now. And if it doesn't, well, which ball are you gonna choose to move it? Maybe he could try with the 4, being a little bit, kinda a little bit higher from where the cue ball is now, and go with topspin to try to just nick the 2 ball, or go to the short reel and then hit it, but definitely not easy.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, because if it doesn't go, you're right, he's going to have to make an option of, do I try to move it, or do I just try to get somewhere close to it so I can pot it in the left side pocket, or maybe even the bottom left pocket, because the 8 ball is not in a bad place if you can get on that too. And if it does just squeeze past into the top right corner, he might just be able to drop it in and hold. So what he might be playing here is a stop shot on the 3, Pascal, just to leave a nice angle and go up above it or behind it somewhere. Could be an option.
Yeah, I like that. It's so far away from all the rails that, and from all the balls, that maybe, a tough pot is less risk than going into it, unless, of course, he has a clear shot on the 2.
Yeah, but I think, judging by the way he's taken these last few balls out, he's already made his decision. He's not going to move it. It looks like he might think it goes then. He's looking at it very carefully. God, that looks really tight.
Wow, that's, I mean, maybe it goes, but otherwise the bank shot is maybe like, maybe the bank shot is even easier. Wow, he's going for it.
Come on.
Well,
Loads of space. We built that up so much, Pascal. It was that tight, and even Albin looked at it 3 or 4 times, but it absolutely flew in. So no dramas. And yeah, Mika. To be honest, that was a bit of a missed opportunity for Mika there. He had a great chance from the break, just under hit that positional shot, and missed that 9-ball by. Well, for his standards, quite some way. And Albin squeezes one back in front, which is just what he needs on the break of Mika.
yeah. Both players not settled yet. You know, that's with 8-ball. It's sometimes you have to. I feel with 8-ball you need to shift gears more often than with rotation, with 9-ball or 10-ball. So, how about that for a break, Graham?
That's what you call parking the bus. Fantastic cue ball, I have to say, but what do you think of this table straight away, Pascal? Again, clusters everywhere, all kind of problems. Stripes are maybe jumping out at me a little bit more, but just because the 13 might go in the top right. What do you think?
I think I'm not totally sure. I think both are, you know, doable. But, you know, I think that's the most positive word I can think of for this layout.
Yeah.
I think when you go for stripes, you can have the 9 like hit a stop shot on the 14 and go up with the 9.
That's pretty good. Big question for me here would be, does the 8-ball go in the bottom right corner? I don't think it goes in the left, so that's what he's looking at, I think. If it does go in the bottom right, then he's got a good chance from here. He's played a pretty good shot there, I think. So all about, I mean, he could even leave a little bit of an angle to push the 8-ball out.
Yeah, I like that. Don't know if he did it, but or does it pass? Can you play it in between the 7 and the 3? The 8-ball? In the lower right?
Yeah, I
Maybe
think so.
goes.
Yeah, I think it definitely does, because if it didn't go, I'm almost certain if he could have left a bit of an angle there, he probably would have chosen to do that, just to push the 8-ball more into open play. But this is a tricky one now. He's going to have to get good position here on his last 2 balls. I don't know how he's going to get down table here, because he's going to probably have to play a little bit of a maybe stun run through or stop shot and try to draw something. It's not ideal, this, Pascal.
Not really sure how he's gonna pull this off, because the 1 is pretty much in the way for the 2 rail position. Well, maybe there's a way around, or you know, a way to just miss the 1 ball, or he has to really get into the cue ball, play it with a lot of spin.
Yeah, good call. Well, you can definitely go up. Just depends if he avoids the traffic coming down, or he can play a draw, but it looks like he is playing up and down, so he needs to avoid some traffic here. As long as he can get on the left side of the table, kind of below the 2 or to the left of the 2, he should have a shot on this 8 ball. Wow, what a bounce he got there. I think he just was so conscious of coming down table, he put a bit of juice on it maybe. I know the humidity here is quite warm as well, so tables are playing quite fast, so players need to adjust a little bit. But he had a similar cutback on the 9 just a little while ago, which he missed. Similar shot. See if he adjusts here, Pascal.
Well, cue ball on the rail. And played it as if this one was easier than the 9. Well, pretty sure it was the other way around, but
yeah, I think on that shot though, he knew all he had to do was pot the 8 and there was no fear of a scratch. So pretty good shot there on the 8. Good clearance, tricky. We're locked in at 4-4 here, so yeah, who's going to get the advantage?
so now it's kinda like a race till 4, like they had both had some playing time and decided, you know what, we'll make it a race till 4. You start, Alvin, because you know you're the older guy.
See if Alvin can make something happen. Well, he's changed his break completely. He's gone for all-out attack, and I don't think he's happy with that at all. He went for so much more power, tried to make something happen, and a bit of a surprise he got a dry break there because it looked like something was going to go. However, there's a bit of a mess at the top of the table. A few balls are blocking each other, stripes and solids. I'm not sure if solids could be the option. Depends. You have a proper look at the table, I think. Depends on that 2 ball. Don't think it goes past Pascal, so
Almost
See
looks
the
as if
moment when
as if Alvin was breaking from the other side of the table. Everything is on in the kitchen.
yeah, missed that though. Oh, Mika. I think he was forced into taking stripes there because of the 2 ball, but it looked like the 2 ball might have went, you know. A bit of a reprieve there. Alvin, I don't think expected to come back to the table so soon. And Mika has kind of opened the balls up a little bit more as well, so definitely be taking stripes here. What a gift.
And also pretty funny to see that even top players like Alvin, you know, with changing conditions, can struggle with the break after so many hours of practice. Wow. Is he gonna take another ball because he can't reach?
Yeah, a bit of a stretch there, but
big gift.
yeah, let's connect the dots from here really. even though the balls were over the pocket at the beginning. Now we've removed them. It's really just connecting from there. Get this one from the middle out the way. He overran that a little bit though, I think. It's not ideal. He would have loved to have been going down table, but I think he might be going up a little bit, so he might have a bit of a longer shot here. We'll be able to see in a moment from the full table view. Yeah, he had a bit more angle. Where's the cue ball going to go? Yeah, it's also not ideal, Pascal. He's in a funny spot here because he can't really do much with the stripe on the rail other than really go forward. Or, well, he could probably come back a little bit, but I don't know if the 10 goes in the top left.
Well, I think he can draw this a little bit back and roll in the 10 to leave a cut on the 11 and maybe go up and down to the short rail to play position for the 8 ball. Or when he feels like it, he can jack up and try to get a little bit straight-ish on the 11 with the risk of snookering himself behind the 1.
Wow.
Or miss the whole thing.
That's incredible. That's absolutely incredible. I mean, he had to play the 10 in the bottom left there, but I mean, he's missed that by a country mile. I think it was all brought on because of the missed position on the one that he played in the side a few shots back. Just created a little bit of more distance for the cue ball to travel, and then he didn't land where he wanted. So now you just mentioned a gift from Mika, and that's an even bigger one from Alvin, really, with an open table.
Yeah, Mika could really hurt him here. Because you know what, Graham, I feel like players like Alvin, you know, sometimes they play like this, you know, sometimes they just not in the moment or whatever, they miss a few easy ones. But you know, top players like him, they're not gonna do that for a long time. So when they're in that moment, then you should really punish him. Try to, you know, make him doubt himself a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, true. But one thing is important to add to that as well, Pascal. When Alvin does have, if you can say, an off game, or maybe he's a little bit not at full performance level, you have to take advantage of those moments like this where he has a bit of a gift from Alvin. He's got to really capitalize, because Alvin doesn't give you that many.
So does the 5, or is it the 5 or the 4? Sorry. The 4.
Yeah, the 4.
Does it go into the side?
Yeah, it's tight, but I don't think you would risk it unless it was pretty straightforward. You can easily play this in the bottom corner. And there you go, you had plenty of space, so just play off the short rail, come back down for the 8 ball in the same pocket. Alvin looking at the sky thinking, what's going on here? He's none of the races completely. But he will have another break. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Alvin here, Pascal, give this again another big whack, because it's not working. So he's trying to get something a bit more fortunate off the break due to power instead of precision, I think.
Yeah, it's maybe also nice to, you know, get some frustration out. That's I feel also a difficult part about pool, being a precision game. Like with football or tennis or baseball, you know, you can just let it out, all the, you know, frustration or whatever emotions you have, but with pool you have to keep it in. So, and then the break maybe is the only moment that you can really kind of let something out.
Yeah, very true. Let's see. I do expect a big break here. Power, leg in the air, full beans. Bang. Gets a one in the side. Gets another one in the top maybe. Nope. Bottom corner. Nice break. Straight away you can see there's a solid on the right side of the table there, just below the cue ball. And there's a little bit of a congestion in the bottom on the stripes, but I think he's probably going to have to go stripes here, Pascal, and figure out this little puzzle down the bottom on his way. Calling the combo.
Yeah, because of the 6 being blocked, you have to go stripes here, I feel. So maybe the 10 does go. That would be a big help.
Yeah, I think it
just
does.
goes.
He might even give it a chance now. Could go down for it if he wanted to take a chance. Try and drift the cue ball down for that 10. Depends how aggressive he wants to be. He'd love to clear the pocket first. Yeah, I was just going to say clear this pocket first for his other stripe to go in later. So he's going to play a two-way shot. Get rid of them straight away. We might have a nice angle to come down here for this 10 if he chooses to play now. If he does overscrew it, maybe he could also have the other stripe just below at the 14. If he goes a little bit too far, Pascal, you might have that as a second option.
No, that's a good call as a backup. Not bad.
He's on both. Good shot. One of them definitely goes because he's on both of them, so he can choose.
Just a stop shot. Go long rail, long rail.
It's a little bit thinner. Play this with a bit of left hand spin. So much space down this right hand side of the table. There's no way he was going to not be on the black. Another frame that he desperately needed. And we're now down to a race to 3. Has this got signs of going all the way? Don't know, what do you think, Pascal? It's looking that way, isn't it?
Well, yeah, if they keep this up, it's pretty exciting because you don't really know what's gonna happen. Like, both players are showing some signs of, you know, not feeling the table or maybe a little bit of nerves. But on the other hand, they also look pretty good. They're not playing bad. So yeah, would like to transition now from where it was a little bit scrappy to some run out pool here. And then let it go all the way. If you ask me, leg in the air.
This is what I like about the break format, Pascal. Because Mika has 2 breaks now, it's really important that he tries to win both of them, because if he doesn't and somehow they get split, it means that Albin could potentially win the match on his own break with Mika not even getting back to the table. So he would love to win both of them and then put the pressure on Albin big time. This 2-break format makes it really exciting when you come to this part of the match.
Well,
Oh my goodness me. That's
yeah,
probably...
he doesn't know what's happening. And to be
talk
honest,
about... Sorry,
I don't know
Pascal.
what's happening.
Yeah, you talk about misses, they don't come. Yeah, in terms of Mika's level, that was a big mistake. He had such... Playing it down the rail as well, Pascal, you have so much room for error. You have to hit that really bad to not go in. And he was probably just trying to hold for that 10 ball, I think. He's maybe just trying to bite off a little bit more than he really could have. Obviously now, what a chance for Albin.
That's also not good. Yeah, you could see the frustration. He's on nothing. Oh, at least nothing nice, nothing he would have liked.
Just have to drop this in, I think. Take what the table gives you. Try and play this one on the side. Oh, he's fired it. Wow. This is incredible.
It's exciting in another type of way that we used to from Albin.
Just wants to be an entertainer, make this match as exciting as possible. I'm sure deep down he's not enjoying it that much. But as we know, even when Albin plays his B game or C game, whichever level you want to call it, he's still so hard to beat. He just seems to find a way to hang in, knowing that at some point he's going to find the gear. So difficult to beat. Oh, he's got a nice gap here, Pascal. Look at this. Just going to play a little stun shot here, I think. Use the solid just above it to hold the cue ball. Doesn't want to push it on top of the 8. Yeah, he's okay.
Yeah, hit that nice. Just played it in the right side of the pocket to hit it a little bit fuller. It's good drawn.
Yeah, surprised he came down table for the centre there, but thought he could have just played it off one cushion and played the 8 in the bottom corner, but doesn't matter. And now that he has that one rack, Pascal, it's what I said earlier. He knows that he's guaranteed 2 chances, at least 2 breaks, to either get on the hill or have a chance to win the match without Mika even having a shot. So now this rack becomes even bigger for Mika.
Yeah, it's so funny because like in the earlier matches, I saw a lot of open tables, and now we've already seen so many scrappy layouts. Oh, again, missing the 2 balls in the side pocket.
Yeah, what a time for a dry break as well. The balls aren't wide open, Pascal. Very far from it. There's a lot of problems here. Down the table you have a solid and a stripe together with the 8 ball. You have some problems up table. Yeah, these are funny racks, aren't they, Pascal? Because you kind of feel like you want to go for it, but is the value in really trying to push the boat out? Sometimes it's better to play a safety shot over risking it. You know, what do you do in these situations? If it's
You know what?
too
I
tricky.
like playing the 10. Making the 10 and getting any kind of shape maybe on the next one gives you a really decent chance. Because for stripes the 10 is the big problem ball. Of course it's still not easy after that, but yeah. But besides that, if that doesn't go, then I totally agree with you. Sometimes just, you know, leave it somewhere scrappy and give it back to your opponent, like, here, you try. Oh,
Yeah, that's a
but
good
then is
call.
the 5 blocking the 9? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it's worked out nice. Good call, Pascal. I think it was worth the risk. He did play a little bit of luck, hoping to be on something and try and get a bit of shape. Hasn't worked out too bad though, has it? Because he has a chance on this 11 ball and 1 or 2 good shots here and he could be on the hill.
And all of a sudden, this is becoming a pretty good chance. A little bit of difficulty with the 9, or at least, you know, in what order do you make the last 3 balls, Graham?
Yeah, I think if he can roll this forward a little bit and then play that stripe just above the black next, and then the 9 ball, he could play the 12 in the top right corner and have a nice position to get on the 8. If you know what I mean.
How about getting straight on the 12? Roll the 12 in, play the 15 in the middle, then play 9-8.
Yeah,
and then the
also
8
an option.
in the side maybe.
Yeah,
Think
had a
that's
good
the
camera view
least.
there. I didn't realize the 15 was as low down as it was, but that camera angle, shaking his head, but he looks okay. He can just roll it forward like you said. 15 in the side, 9 in the bottom right, and he's got an option for the 10. Oh, is he going to hit that a little bit? Might be. Not sure if he can hold the 9, hold the cue ball for pretty straight on the 9. I don't think you can hold this, Pascal. You might have to leave a lower angle on the 9.
Yeah, go into the 8 a little bit. But so close to the 8 ball, should be okay. Don't think there's a risk of snookering yourself behind the 7. Just don't hit it too hard.
Yeah, but this angle looks pretty good. The 7 is also lower than the 8, so full ball kiss on the 8 ball, he should be fine. Yeah, I think if he snooked at himself, he would have been so unfortunate there. He would have had to be touching ball. It's very close, my goodness.
Whoa. You said it. You said
Wow.
it. But it was really close. Yeah.
But yeah, so all of a sudden that's turned into a little bit of a nightmare there for Mika. He didn't really have two of the best breaking innings, if you could say. And now Albin basically has two chances on his break to win this match. And you just know, Pascal, Albin hasn't really had a break at all this match, I don't think. Nothing of any kind of ease or straightforward. You just know he's going to hit a worldie. Put 3 balls, roadmap. That's my prediction.
These world class players have these tendencies to play their best game when it matters most. There you have some insight in the mind of Albin, spotting that those 2 stripes needed to be switched out for a really good spread.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting match, Pascal, because I don't think both players haven't really played, well, definitely not to their highest potential. I think Mika will be very disappointed. He's had lots of chances in this match, and in fairness, he probably should be the other way around, 7-5. Somehow Albin is 7-5, and I'm just expecting a worldie break here.
Well,
Got one in the top.
the 7 wanted to go in.
That's not bad though. First glance. Solid. That 1 ball is probably the challenge, Pascal, here, but other than that, if he can somehow maneuver that one as soon as possible, it's a good chance from here.
Yeah, it is. Question for me is, does the 3 ball pass the 11 on the bottom? That would make his life easier.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. Even if it doesn't, he's got a couple of options. He's going to take the 1 straight away, which is a smart move.
You feel like Albin, when it's this important phase of the match, you feel like he isn't gonna miss.
Yeah, I think he wanted to be pretty straight on that 2 ball, so maybe he could roll forward, possibly play that 3 along the bottom. But he's still not in a terrible spot. Just needs to maybe change his plan a little bit. Looks like he can still get down table, but no, he's trying to play something else. This makes it a little bit more tricky. Wonder if he'll come to the left side of the table, maybe. Yeah, there's a cue ball. How's the pace? It's not that good, Pascal. He's putting himself into more trouble, I think, here.
It's a little bit funny with the ball so close to the side, to the point.
Can he go above the 2? Above the 2 and get on the green 6 and the 3 that way? Go straight across table? No, he's got the point. Yeah, he caught the point. You called it. He's thinking, what am I doing? How am I putting myself in this position? He's having an absolute nightmare.
So, although the pocket is blocked, I think Mika could do it without that pocket. A little bit of one pocket.
Yeah, he's in good shape here though. Nicely played. Lovely angle just to pull it back just a little bit. Or stun it ever so slightly just to... I'm surprised he drew it, Pascal. Do you think he needed to do that? Thought he
Yeah,
could
I
have just...
think he wanted to make sure he got an angle, like a good angle to go up. Maybe he was afraid to get a little bit straightish on the 11.
So it's all about position. And he's probably last ball for sure to get a good angle to come down for this 8. I think the 10 and the 9, well the 10 goes past the 9 I think into the left side, so just needs to have the right angle here. He's going into the 10. How close is he going to be?
Wow. This shouldn't be a problem, Graham, but you know, the tension is there, the moment is there, and the side pockets aren't that easy.
Yeah, but he's played that clever. I think as long as he got the cue ball above the line, I think he knew that he'd have a little bit of angle, and it's all about pace here, because that 2 ball does come into play a little bit if he chooses to go down below the 2. Which he's... oh wow, what's he played there, Pascal?
Oh.
Goodness me. That was always going to be a challenge if he chose to go below it. I think he tried to stay above it, you know. I don't think he went to go below. Oh my god. Alvin is thinking, wow, that was basically match ball. What a jump shot. Incredible shot.
Wow, that's something special. 7-6. Wow.
Looks like Mika and Alvin have just taken a short time out, getting to the business end of this match right here. We will take a short break as well, and we'll be back when Mika joins us for the last couple of racks. Don't go anywhere. Exciting stuff. So welcome back. Here we go. Albin's second chance. His final break of this match. And boy, does he want to make it count. Otherwise, it's all down to Mika to have a chance to win the match. Gets one in the side, one in the top. First glance. Yeah, maybe he doesn't have an easy opener, I think. Not sure what you see, Pascal, but need to have a proper look again.
Yeah. It's the Albin's face. He's like, yeah, you know, it's open. I made 2 balls. That's good. I have a shot. That's good. But how do I run out from here? It's not easy. You know what? Getting straight on the 12 or straightish on the 10 would be good. So if he could go somewhere to the middle of the table, missing the 6 would be nice.
He's caught the 6. He's landed a little bit in no man's land. Wonder if he can play the stripe he's closest to now and then try to get a better angle. It's not actually too bad. It's just a little bit closer than where he wanted to. I think your shot is the one he wants to try to get on. Just straight on the 10 would be fine. Oh, this is game over for me, Pascal. From here it's dot to dot. Roll that 10 ball through. 12 in the side. Stripe down the rail.
Yeah, you know,
Game over.
the only thing, if there would be something that would go wrong, could go wrong, it would be having a little bit of an angle on the 12. Angle towards the 6 and the 8 maybe, or too much of an angle into the 5. Anything which is straight enough to miss all these balls. It's game over for Mika.
Yeah, it was perfect. Just drag this in. Just kill it with speed. Dead weight. Yeah, maybe missed opportunity for Mika, I think.
Production also thought it was gonna be over. And
Well, it is over now. And there you have it. Albin somehow wins 8-6. I think Mika will be very disappointed there. He had a lot of chances to win that match, but Albin doing what Albin does, somehow hanging in, grinding out a win, and he will move on to the winners qualification. Mika is still in the tournament, playing on the loser's side now, but for today this is the final match and it is over for tonight, but we'll be back tomorrow 9:30 local time for more matches and throughout the day tomorrow. My name is Graham Hickman. Thanks to Pascal for joining me in the booth, and have a lovely evening, and we will catch you tomorrow. Bye bye for now.
Nur gehört 2 und 7. Das habe ich gehört die ganze Zeit. Geh auf eine Helium-Kur oder irgendwas. Ja, ich wollte sie leicht berühren. Ich wollte ein bisschen winkeln lassen, dass sie mit der dann da herkommt und die 2 spielt. Und dann die 7 zum Schluss für die 8. Dann spiele ich so einen Kurlauf, Druck, was auch immer. Alter. Dann wollte ich ja, wo ich die 4 dann spiele, wollte ich ganz zur Bande. einmal schmiert er voll, anstatt dass er außer springt, so wieder vor. Und weil die wäre ja hergegangen, die unterste. Deswegen wollte ich gerade legen. Dann hätte er auf die unterste gestellt. Dann bei der 7, nein, der 7 ist da auf andere gelegen. Ja, soll ich die 7 angespielt und herdrucken? So druckt nach der Mann. Füll mich gerade nicht dann an. Dann der schien die ganze Zeit 7, 2, 2, 7 Frauen, irgendwas so verkehrt. Dann haben wir ja, eigentlich kann nichts falsch gehen, wenn ich die so Stoppball spiele. Aber Alter, gar nicht mal geschaut aufs eine Schießen. Nur noch 3 Stimmen weg war. Hoffentlich spiele ich den Weg, den der Gürtel wollte. Schwerster.